Hi, my name is Mindi and I've been going to Church of the Harvest for 10 years. Well, I'm a teacher at Spring Hill High School, and I've been teaching there for about 6 years. And the city of Spring Hill has been in need of a spiritual wake-up call for quite some time. And about a month and a half ago, they got it. Unfortunately, it was at the last of one of our students' lives. His name was Nathan Stiles, and the thing about Nathan was he was a little bit different than just kind of your average student. Nathan was our homecoming king. He was just kind of the school stud. He was a 4.0 student. He was absolutely adored and loved by every student that he came in contact with. Nathan died. He suffered a concussion in a football game and died hours later at KU Med Center. He was life-flighted out of the game and died the next morning. The thing that really impacted my life about Nathan was that he had so much influence on the students and adults, really anyone that he came in contact with. He had a huge impact on their lives. He had two things that he was passionate about. Nathan was really passionate about his relationship with God. He was constantly known for saying, why live for anyone but Jesus? And one thing that his parents really remember was the morning after his death, they came down the stairs and found his imprint on the couch of where he had spent his quiet time every morning and where he had spent his quiet time that morning. And that was just a really powerful message to them of just how faithful he was to his relationship and desire to know the Lord. The second thing about Nathan that he was passionate about was his relationship with people. He loved people. And, the students who were maybe considered outcasts and the kids who other people didn't really talk to as much, Nathan loved and just showed authentic and true concern for those people. And those people came forward and after his death and said, Nathan was the only person at school that was nice to me. And he just had an incredible love for people, and he just really cared about people. About a week and a half after his death, they had a memorial service for him, and there was about 3,000 people packed the Spring Hill High School gym, and it was basically a church service because all they did at the memorial service was just share Nathan's passion, which was Jesus. And at the end of it, they gave a call to people who wanted Bibles, wanted to get plugged into small groups, and they had over 600 kids receive Bibles and come down the bleachers. And I remember sitting in the bleachers, and I was just bawling because it was so powerful to see kids who had just had really hard hearts to the Lord, and who were in kind of the rough crowd, but to see them soften to God was just one of the top spiritual moments and memories that I will have forever. God's just really doing a work in Spring Hill. Kids are getting plugged into small groups. Kids are getting excited about the Word. It's actually cool now to have your Bible in Spring Hill. At the end of the memorial service, they had all the kids, raise their Bibles up. And, there was hundreds of kids just standing there. It looked like an army for Jesus. And so God's just really, really moving there. And they actually did a ESPN segment on him as well. And so his story's going nationally, and just really drawing people to Christ. And so the thing that I've taken from Nathan's death is just to keep fighting for people in prayer, and to keep staying on my knees to pray for people who I think might not ever come around, because God's faithful. And I know that he's just totally torn down a big wall that has been up in Spring Hill and the Spring Hill community for quite a while. So I'm happy because God is starting a revival in Spring Hill High School.
And you have done great things. You have done great things. Yeah, you have done great things.
I'm Mindi, and I am happy to be part of Church of the Harvest.
Because the world needs your life.